Hello everybody, today let's talk about how to code your own custom indicator. We know indicators are very important to help us analyze market data. Markets movements are very complicated, so candlesticks are not enough to help us to analyze. We need more intuitive stuffs to help us. And indicators are very helpful to analyze the market's movements. Because you can read the values from your chart straightforward. So, it's very intuitive. And the values are more precise than the candlesticks. Maybe someone will tell you we can use Fibonacci or Elliott wave to help us as well. They're right, but one thing I hope you to take care of is this kind of technical skills are based on very subjective theory. And you can not always identify the pattern of the market by reading Fibonacci or Elliott wave. It's very difficult, it's subjective. And I think maybe professional traders can master this kind of skills. For the beginners, it's too difficult. Indicators are very intuitive, and we can straightforward read the values. Coding an indicator is not so easy. A lot of trading platforms have provided us with their functions to help us code our own custom indicators. We don't need to use some built-in regular indicators. We can code our own program logic. But the usage is not so easy. And we need to download something and we need to install something. Via Fintechee, everything becomes very easy, and you don't need to install, you don't need to download anything. And just open the web page, you can code your own custom indicators there, and run them, and see the results. It's very intuitive. Okay, let's start learning how to code your own custom indicator via Fintechee trading platform. We have prepared a few of indicators as the built-in functions in our trading platform. Just click this icon on the left sidebar and you can see a list of the indicators. They are built-in indicators. Of course, you can edit them. But when you open the web page again, the built-in programs will be restored to the default source codes programs. So, if you want to code your own custom indicator based on the built-in programs, please rename the indicators, and then code your own logic. If you forget to do that renaming, your new program's logic will be recovered by the codes of the default program, built-in program. And you can see the logic of the built-in indicators here by clicking this icon. And you can refer to the source codes. Okay, let's start learning. At Fintechee trading platform, the custom indicators functions are very easy to learn, very simple to use. Before you code your own custom indicator, you need to learn some constant definitions. They are broker name, time frame, order type, where to render, data name, render type, parameter type. And we will introduce you how to use them later. We have prepared some common functions here, such as SMA, EMA, SMMA, LWMA. If you are familiar with technical skills, you can understand these common functions are used to build some moving average program logic. SMA stands for Simple Moving Average, EMA stands for Exponent Moving Average, SMMA stands for Smooth Moving Average, and LWMA stands for Lightweight Moving Average. So, they have different logic. And we will use the common functions later. So, we will explain them further later. Okay, now let's start learning the structure of the custom indicator. If you want to use your own custom indicator, you need to register your indicator first. And if you want to register your indicator, you need to use this API, Register Indicator, to register your indicator into the system, into the trading platform. And after you register your indicators, you can add your own custom indicator to your chart. And the new indicators will be shown here. If you want to edit them, if you want to recode them, you can use this panel to find them. And then edit them, modify them. Register indicator has several parameters. Name, the description, the callback function, the parameters array, the input that array, the output that array. And where to render. Let's start learn what they mean. Name, of course, it's very simple to understand. And description is very simple as well, so we will not explain them more. Let's start from this parameter. It's a function parameter, and you use this callback function to calculate the values. This function has one parameter, context. Context is an object, and this object has several properties. We will use the properties to get information from the trading system. and this array will declare which kind of data input will be used. This area is for parameters array. So, we will have two parameters. One is period, and the other one is shift. And we will use the two parameters to calculate the indicator's output. And this area is an array for data input. We will use the close value of the candlestick to calculate the values of the custom indicator line. And we will map the value to 0 index. If we map the name to the index, we can use the index to get the data input. Please refer to this line to see how to get the data input. We know every indicator will have data output and data input. We will rely on the input data to calculate the output. So, which kind of data to input is very, very important. We can not only map close value as our input data, but also, we can map the high value of candlestick or the low value of candlestick or the open value of candlestick to the data input index, and then to calculate the output. In our example, we will use close value as the data input. And if we want to use the close value, the first thing is to map it to index. And after we map them, we will get the close value of the specific candlestick by specifying 0 as the parameter. And the get data input is an API of our SDK. In our example, there is just one data input, so we will just use the close values of the candlesticks. And we will have just one output. So, we defined the output line here. The first thing is we need to name the output data. The name is SMA. Why do we need to name them? Because we need to get the reference for the output array by the name. So we need to define the name first. And then use the getDataOutput API to specify the name of the data to refer to. We will get the reference of the output array and put the calculated results into the array. And then the output calculated values of the indicator will be shown on the chart. And this parameter is to specify where to render the current indicator. Chart window stands for this area. The same to the main panel of the chart. And separate window stands for this area. It will be separated from the main panel. So, we need to tell the system how to render and where to render. Okay, let's step into learning how to code the callback function. The callback function is where the program logic is coded. We can get the input data, we can get the output data, and we can get indicators parameters via it. And we can get a candlestick's number. And we can put them all into this common function to calculate the moving averages values. If you want to shift the indicator line to the left, we need to set the shift parameter to a negative value. If we want to shift the indicator line to the right, we need to set the shift parameter to a positive value. So, you can see the logic is very simple. Compared to other trading platforms, I think to define custom indicators is very easy in our trading platform. So, after we code the program logic of our own custom indicator, we need to run it. And what you need to do is just to copy the source codes and paste the source codes here to run. And after you run this program, a new indicator will be registered into your system. And then you can use your own custom indicator here. Okay, it's very easy and hope you can code your own custom indicator soon. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.